Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking's brisket cooked in the Tefal Cook4Me. The ingredients are in the recipe box below, so let's get started. This is a one-pot dinner, folks. It's absolutely delicious and we're going to show you how super fast we can make it for you. We're going to be using corn, carrots, whole potatoes, sweet potato, onions and garlic for flavour, and we're going to use our own chipotle rub for our brisket. Now this is only quite a small brisket and there's only the two of us that are going to be eating it with whatever's left over tomorrow. Adding a little sugar to our dry rub, and the reason that we're doing that, it'll caramelize and give it a nice flavor and crust. Now there's our brisket. It's only about 800 grams. It's not very large at all, and we're going to leave the fat on it because there's plenty of flavor in that fat. Okay, we've just got the Tefal Cook4Me preheating on the browning function. We're just going to sprinkle our rub all over our brisket, turn it over and rub it right in, and make sure that we get the edges as well. And this has got smoky paprika in it, and that will simulate almost a barbecue flavour. Just rub that right in. Now you could marinate this for a little while if you like, but there's really no need. And the sugar and the salt in the marinade will actually withdraw some of that moisture and assist it in the browning process. Now the Cook4Me has come to temperature now. We're just going to pour some oil in there and lower our meat in, fat side down to start with. You'll hear it sizzle. We'll turn it over after a couple of minutes and remove it. Then we're going to pop our vegetables in there and get a bit of colour on those. Okay, we're just going to cut our onion up now into just quite chunky wedges. Our meat is going to sit on that, and that onion is actually going to break down and make really quite a sweet sauce. A couple of wedges here, just quite thick chunks. Don't get too serious about that. Our corn is going to sit on top. We're just going to take the husk off that. Okay, just washed our corn. Time to turn our meat over now. We've got lots of nice colour on one side. Look at that. Yummo. Okay, we've got some gorgeous colour on that now. We're just going to remove it. You see how it's nice and brown on that side as well? Just put it to one side. In with our onions now. Give them a little bit of a swish around. Sweet potatoes. A little jack of potatoes can go in now. You'll notice the sweet potatoes are quite large. The reason that they are that large is they're going to provide a bit of a trivet for our meat. Put our carrots in now as well. Cloves of garlic, we're just going to cut those into, I don't know, quarters, thirds, that'll do. Give it a little bit of a swish around, and that'll soak up all those yummy flavours from that rub. Meat goes back in now, just slide it in. And any juices that have come out of it. Wash that plate now. We won't be putting any meat back on that. Now, I've got some apricot jam here. Bear with me on this one, and it's actually going to be really quite sweet and succulent and give a really delicious flavour. Any jam you like, red currant, blueberries, nice, bit of maple syrup would be nice too. Then we've got our corn cob, in she goes, and our bone broth that I made earlier. Pour that over the top. Now we have a wedge of cabbage here and a skewer. If I just pop that in like that, that's sort of going to fall to bits. So if I push the skewer through it, it's still got the core at the bottom of it attached to it. The skewer will hold it together a bit. Try not to stab yourself here, folks. A metal skewer will work if you haven't got a timber one. Okay, just like that, and you can see it's holding it together quite well. All right, now we're just going to break that skewer off because it won't fit in the Cook4Me, and then just pop it on top. Now, it doesn't have to be covered in the stock. The steam will actually rise up and cook it without destroying it. We're going to cook this for 15 minutes. It'll be done in 15 minutes. Okay, so we want to stop the browning, yes, and we want to go to quick cooking function, we do, and 15 minutes is on the clock. Okay, our 15 minutes is up. We're going to let the meat rest and reduce the sauce, thicken it with a little bit of potato flour or potato starch, which has been just mixed with a bit of water. We're talking about 2 teaspoons of potato starch here with a bit of water, and that will make a nice glossy sauce. It's not going to be a dark sauce. It's not like a gravy where you brown the flour and whatnot, but all of those juices from the vegetables are in there with the bone broth. It's an incredibly healthy dish. Very little fat, as you can see, and you need to make something for your family fast and healthy. And it's a one-pot meal, perfect for midweek, or if you just don't have a lot of time to cook. Okay, it has released all of its steam now, and there'll be plenty more steam in there, but look what we have. You can see this cabbage is beautifully cooked. It's so tender, as is the corn. We're taking it out now, and we're going to pop it straight onto our platter. Hopefully it won't fall apart on us. Just cut that into wedges. Of course, remove the toothpick. Corn comes out now. We're going to give that a chop in half, and look how beautiful and tender our brisket is. Sweet potatoes cooked as well. Okay, now we just bring our brisket out now and pop it into a container to keep it warm and let it rest. Potatoes are nice and sweet and sticky. We're just going to turn this onto the browning function again. Empty the dew collector, which is on this little fellow on the back there that collects the moisture. Just get rid of that and pop it back in there. And just remove the rest of our root vegetables and put them to one side. And with this on the browning function, we're going to reduce the sauce, and that'll boil away quite quickly, and we'll thicken it with our potato starch. So just don't let that stick. But you can see it's got a bit of nice colour on it. The jam and the sugar has given it a certain amount of sweetness. The garlic is in there, quite squishy as you can see. And we're just going to boil that away, reduce it a little bit, and it's really quite thick as it is, but we're going to thicken it with our potato starch. Now you can see how sweet and syrupy this resultant sauce is. If this was a fatty piece of brisket, I would be scooping the fat off, but there is none. So we're just going to get a little bit of our potato starch, which has been mixed just with a bit of water, and that'll make a nice glossy sauce. Just a couple of spoonfuls at a time until we get to the desired thickness. You can see it's starting to thicken up already. And that should do it. Gorgeous, rich, sweet, sticky onion gravy with all of the meat juices, the bone broth and the vegetables. There's nothing wasted here. No water's poured down the sink with all the nutrients in it. This is going to be a delicious, healthy, nutrient-rich, satisfying, comfort food meal for the whole family. Okay, we're going to turn this off now. Stop the browning and stop and turn it off. Now that will actually keep it hot for as long as you want until you come home from work or whatever, or you come home from whatever you've been doing on the weekend. We're just going to put that into a gravy boat. Okay, now we just lift this out. It's a non-stick surface as you can see, and we're just going to pour our gravy or our sauce into our gravy boat. Look how succulent that is. Okay, Richo's going to cut across the grain here. It's already been resting, and you can see how moist and juicy that is. Cooked all the way through. There's no blood running out of that at all, and it's got a nice bit of colour on it, which is quite unusual when you're using a pressure cooker. This is a one-pot dinner. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration of Cheekyricho Cooking's brisket cooked in the Tefal Cook4Me. If you would like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, just check out our Cheekyricho channel. And don't forget to please subscribe, and do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you, and we're uploading lots of videos. And thank you very much for watching. You see how moist and tender that is? Just pull it apart. Just pull it apart with your fingers. And dip it in the sauce. Yummo. Thanks for watching. Okay, and there you have it. Cheekyricho's Tefal Cook4Me one pot brisket. Thank you for watching.